Hi, my name is Frenchie, and this is KubeFM.
What are 3 Kubernetes emerging tools that you are keeping an eye on?
So the 3 tools that I'm keeping an eye on at the moment, there's a couple of different ones in different spots. I think Tetragon from iSurveillance, eBPF security is really interesting space. So that's definitely one that I'm watching. GitTuf has recently been active and is doing really cool stuff around building trust around Git. I think that's really cool. And then also directly involved or direct consumers of OpenSSF, Scorecard, all the OpenSSF projects, GUAC, they're all great. But Scorecard's the one that I've been using the most recently. So yeah, certainly those 3, Tetragon, GitTuf, and OpenSSF Scorecard. If I can throw in a cheeky 4th, I'd definitely say GUAC as well.
One of our guests, Max, shared that he values Gatekeeper and the Open Policy Agent because it helps ensure security by enforcing policies, especially in complex Helm charts. What's your advice in policing the cluster from bad practices? What tools or strategies worked for you in the past and that more people should be aware of?
Tools for administering policies and protecting against bad behavior in clusters. Admission control is a really powerful tool. What's worked for me in the past, a long time ago, we open sourced a tool called Krail, which was admission control. I think Kyverno may not have existed as a project when we started it, but nowadays OPA and Kyverno are absolutely great tools and definitely recommend using them, with the big caveat that you probably lock down RBAC. Updates to admission control configuration can do some really nasty stuff. I can pilfer all secrets, I can send a copy of, whatever I want, I can mutate it in whatever state I want. So really powerful tools for good and evil, depending on your inclination.
Mac also advocated using plain Kubernetes secrets, emphasizing their effectiveness in most scenarios. He shared how a threat model can support this reasoning and lead to simpler, yet secure, solutions. What is your advice on Kubernetes secrets? What worked for you in the past, and did you have a threat model to test against?
The threat model always depends on the organization itself. So if you are coming from a world where you have no secrets management, you've just got secrets hard-coded in source control all over the place, incremental steps forwards, getting those tools out. There's great open source tools like TruffleHog, for example, which let you find secrets in source and then moving those into Kubernetes secrets. That's an incremental step forwards. I'm all about practical, easy to use ways to improve security. But as an attacker, you often do get access to the cluster and then you have access to the Kubernetes secrets. And if they're long-lived secrets, well then, hey, that's a persistence mechanism that you can use later. So I do recommend moving towards shorter-lived credentials because it really does reduce that blast impact of when inevitably leaks do occur. So things like external operators of Vault to be able to inject short-lived secrets into clusters, big fans of that for sure. So yeah, the threat model very much depends on the organization. There's a couple of different maturity levels I've covered there, but yeah, overall secrets management, super important story.
Kubernetes is turning 10 years old this year. What should we expect in the next 10 years to come?
The stuff I'm personally most excited by is actually around building trust around software. So at the moment, we stand on the shoulders of giants when we use open source software. We all pull in and rely on the amazing contributions of everyone around here, but it's a big ecosystem, and now we're also coming up against some of the challenges associated with where did this stuff come from, and how can I know that I trust it? And organizations, unfortunately, are getting compromised as a result of a lack of trust in some of the software that we rely upon. So tools like the update framework for securely and in a trusted manner, providing updates, the SigStore and OpenSSF ecosystem around signing, container image verification, OpenSSF Scorecard for providing qualitative checks. I think there's a really interesting emerging story, as well as from the top down, there's a lot of policy changes from different countries around how this is actually a question of national security to some extent. So I think trust around software is going to be a fascinating topic of conversation, and it's only going to get more important over the next 10 years.
What's next for you?
This is my first KubeCon, so still wandering around, seeing a lot of friends. I have not yet actually caught a talk, so I should catch at least one, but I've just been doing HallwayCon a lot, seeing lots of friends. So what's next for Ensignia? So we're Head Down Hacking. We're an early stage security startup at the moment. We've got some exciting stuff coming. We'd love to talk about it when the time's right, but right now it's just me writing a lot more front-end code than I ever thought I would. Yeah, actually, if there's any front-end developers out there, please hit me up.
How can people get in touch with you?
I'm on the internet. hello@insignia.co is the easiest way, or NFFrenchie on Twitter. You'll usually see me posting on there.